Do it.
Okay, I'm Rolf from Tesla Owners US, and this is
I am Robert.
Robert and
Emerson.
And you are guys charging at the Buckeye Supercharger.
That's right, the fabulous Buckeye, Arizona Supercharger.
Where are you heading?
We are headed to the Tesla shareholders meeting.
Okay, and that was the intro, and now comes more Tesla talk.
I pressed to say.
So more Tesla talk.
Yes.
When is it going? On
That
Tuesday?
will be on
Tuesday, yes.
Tuesday.
and we're planning to visit SpaceX on the way, if we
Yes,
can.
on the way back.
Hopefully on the way there, hop
Yeah.
on and maybe even see the boring tunnel.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of winging it, but we have
We're
some
doing a
vague
factory
plans.
tour that morning,
Oh, good.
right before the shareholders meeting. So
I'm only here because I'm checking out the supercharger. My wife's gonna have a trip soon.
Okay.
And I went to the urban charger in Biltmore, here
Yep.
in downtown Phoenix there, and it didn't charge. I tried two of them. The car
Really?
didn't charge. I don't know why. So she's going on a trip for a couple of miles, and that's why I'm here checking that supercharger out. So you are on my channel. Thank you. You know my channel.
I do. We're both Phoenix, Arizona guys.
Oh, yes.
So
Me too, right?
I saw you at the last what I don't know what the name, the electric vehicle education event. It was up on like Indian School and
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Miller or something.
Yeah. It was.
like a year ago or something. maybe more.
Was it in September last year?
I think, yeah.
It was really a hot day.
It was super
was
hot.
super hot day,
I got
yeah.
I got a pretty good sunburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's quite a lot of those in Phoenix.
But yeah,
It
you were
doesn't
there.
narrow
You
it down
So
much.
had your
and
roadster there.
then when you are going to the Tesla shareholder meeting, you think that you have Tesla shares, and you too.
We do. We both are holders.
So, and I have to admit, I have Tesla shares as well, and I bought a whole bunch about a week ago
Good
when it was
idea.
on the upclimb
Yeah,
again.
good idea.
And a tip for all of you: you can call your broker and tell them, I don't want my shares to be shortened. So that's what I did. I called, and they call it margin or something, miss margin, because they told me that, oh, you don't notice any from that because we're just gonna sell your shares for people who want to short that. And I said, no, I don't want that.
Right.
And said, oh, let me check your account. And then I said, okay, let me check the account. Yeah, okay, this account, yeah, that's okay. Nobody can short that. But there was another account what I had and said, oh, yeah, this account, this is shortable. And said, no, don't make it shortable. Because I'm not getting any benefit from that. TD Ameritrade sells my shares for a loan, right?
Right.
They said,
Okay.
you don't notice. They said, yeah, it's the same way as Google. Google tells me, when I'm looking in your email, you don't even notice about that. But this is my privacy, and I don't want you to look in that, and I don't want to TD Ameritrade to short my shares, especially now.
Okay.
So, and I hope that those shorters are getting a really haircut this time. Right?
How many? Let me ask you. How many you think people who own Tesla stock? How much is retail investor, and how much is it big institutionals that kind of want to short, that kind of want to play around with it, versus people like us who are just
Yeah, we
really
are
into the
retail
company.
guys, right? We want to support the company.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I bought the shares originally, so I bought the shares actually a long time ago. There was a different value on those shares. And
I bought
said,
a bunch when it was $25 a share.
That's the same with me.
Yeah.
So
I wish I bought more.
yeah. So I bought a little bit more. So I just I thought there was a crisis in 2007, 2008, and my guys who did my wealth management, supposedly, they said, oh, sorry about that. You lost about a third of your value. Yeah, sorry about that, but that's how the market is, right? And said, oh, wait a second, you guys are getting paid for that. So I'm gonna shorten your pay about the third as well. No. We still get whatever 2 or 3%. We still get 2 or 3%. Because you have lesser value, now we get less. But no, I said, I want a company who takes the same risk as I take, right? These are my shares, and if I'm investing them and you're investing my shares and they're doing bad, you are taking a loss as well. So you're not getting 3% anymore, you're getting 3% minus that what you lost. So none of the companies I could find any of them. And then I said, okay, go. You know what? Take it all out, everything out, and I manage it for myself.
Yeah.
And so I don't need people who are losing my money. I can lose my money for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
And you're paying them to
So
lose it.
and I'm not paying you to lose my money, so I gotta do it for myself. And then I said, I don't even want to invest in coal or in oil or in any of those, because how do I know that from this fund, where does it go? Right? I don't know. And I said, I don't want to support that. I pull everything out. So I wish that everybody does it, pulls everything out, and said, okay, this is where I want to support it in.
Right.
Well, you were just talking. We just invested in Beyond Meat. They had their
Oh
IPO.
yes, and they do fantastic stuff.
And they're selling them here at the Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Selling the Beyond Meat burger, which
And the
is
shares
good for the
are-
environment.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a
It's a
second. I
good
think it was
burger.
135 a share. They opened at 25. I get
Yes.
in immediately, but it had already somehow gone up to 59 a share. And
But
it is
now it's up.
138.65. And this is a company I think is like Tesla. People don't quite get it, but they're going to.
Yes,
And it's just going to take off.
and that's gonna take
And it's
off.
good for the
It's
environment.
disrupting.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a disruptive company.
Yeah.
For the best possible reasons for the
And,
environment.
and I
health.
think most of the people don't even understand how much Tesla is disrupting. How many industries. That's why you have so many enemies, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think he is a magnet for more enemies.
Yeah.
Elon, right?
Oh, absolutely.
By the way, this is his signature.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's, oh,
that's
wow.
awesome.
Yeah. So he's not signing cars anymore, unfortunately. But
What's
one time,
what's your serial number? What's the VIN
315.
number? 315. Wow.
There's an
I got
signature S 315.
3003. I got a P85 20.
Good.
3003. But this
Just
is,
my friend
this is one
now.
of the first ones off the line.
Yeah, and this guy gave a lot of trouble for George Blankenship. He was a guy at the director of sales originally, right?
Yeah.
And when we originally got the car for the signature, you had to do a 40K down payment, right? So, but many people are saying that, hey, I put my heart to it. I would do that $1,000 down payment or $2,000. No, you have to put $40,000 car where you just only saw the engineering car. I only saw the engineered car because we were, after I bought the Roadster, we were invited into the first factory tour. There was nothing there. Everything was dark. Yeah.
Okay.
There was nothing there. Everything was dark.
That's cool.
We were invited in the factory tour. George was there, and at that time, my wife had soon birthday because that's my wife's car.
Okay.
It's soon birthday, and I said, okay, I'm gonna write the check in. So this is gonna be your birthday present, your Christmas present, your next birthday
Yeah.
present, your next Christmas present,
Anniversary.
and so on.
Years worth of
So
stuff.
I'm paid for years for that. So and I signed on that car, and I only saw the engineered version. I have to bring that movie one time out because the front of that car was also different. It was kind of a mixed front between the nose cone assembly and the car what you see right now. It was a mixed in
Is
between.
that the one that they had in the Menlo Park showroom that was white?
There was a white one.
It was there for a long time.
But the white one was actually a rebuilt Mercedes. It
Oh,
was
was
a
it?
was a Mercedes C-Class, CSE or CSR,
Yeah.
right?
I know
a
it
slantback,
didn't
right?
drive. I know.
No, yeah. It
That's
basically
crazy.
sometimes it drove, but they had to cool with ice cubes, right? Well, and that was sometimes we wish that we would have some of those. You see, this is one of the cars with the nose cone assembly, and you have
a
a
60. I
yeah,
have,
you
I
have
have a 2016. That car turned 3 years old yesterday.
How many miles do you have on that car?
We are going to hit the 50,000 mile mark on the way to California tomorrow. I'm
Oh,
at
good,
49,550 when I picked him up today. Yep,
It still has free supercharging, right?
correct.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be a free trip, except for all the Carl's Juniors along the way.
He's kind of a road trip newbie. I think you've
Yeah.
been to L.A.
I've been on some short road
That's your
trips,
only
but
thing.
not this far.
I've
before.
been all over the country. in
Yeah.
Our,
Good.
Our model S. We
I
went
was
to Canada
with
last
this
year.
car was in Miami Beach at Miami Beach. This car we drove
Wow.
all across to Miami Beach and back.
It's a long drive.
So
I was thinking about going to see Falcon Heavy, but I'm like, that is a long.
that's a long trip. That's about 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
About.
They're doing one at the end of the month, and
Yeah.
we'll see. But we were going to try to catch the Falcon 9 up in Vandenberg, but they changed the day to 7:15 in the morning on,
Yes.
on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
So that might be tough.
You guys are big fans
Oh,
of the Disruptor.
I took a test drive of the original Roadster
Yeah.
in 2009
Wow.
in Menlo Park.
Wow, good.
They just gave it to me for like an hour.
Wow.
I should take
Really?
it. Take it.
Wow.
No supervision.
Just you and the.
I gave my driver's license. They photocopied that, and I took it out. Took it through the hills, and I said, "This is going to be the greatest company ever." I had been following them
For a longer time. The
for
same
years
with me. Yeah.
before they ever built that thing.
Yeah.
I remember searching out, finding a Roadster that they were driving around Menlo Park in 2008, a year before they built that.
Yeah.
That first showroom there, and finding one. There it is. There's the Tesla. Actually, I saw 2008, maybe even 2007. I saw my first Tesla on the road.
Yeah.
So I've been following them since Martin Eberhard was
Okay.
in charge. Okay, when Elon was one of the
Just
people
Yeah,
involved.
you guys know that there is a company here in town, right? Gruber, who are repairing Teslas,
Yeah.
right? Roadsters and
really?
I wanna
also
get into that.
Roadsters
They've
also as Model S's.
Okay.
Are they in Tempe?
They are in Deer Valley.
Deer
When
Valley.
you go under Deer Valley Airport, just next to the
Is
Deer
that-
Valley Airport.
Is that related to the place that burnt down?
Yes, that is very close to the place.
They had
That
a
place-
T-Zero that burnt.
Yeah, they had
I remember that story.
they had the Tier 0 that went. It's on my channel as well.
Yeah.
It's on my
That
channel
was
where
a
I have
tragedy, man,
yeah,
'cause
the
that's one of the
tragedy
very
of that.
first-
There are only 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
One is still with AZ Propulsion. One of them is there, and Pete Gruber knows who is the owner of that T0, but he does not want to get known that he has that car. So nobody should know that he has that
It is
car.
a major historical car. It's going to be like the Wright brothers plane of cars
And
in the future.
he had the car and had some video footage of that and one of the events, right?
Okay.
And it was all with lead acid batteries in the doors, right? That's funny. And later they changed it to lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah.
He still has the frame. So in one of my movies, I said Elon drove this car, or it was T0, and he still has the frame, and there's a whole story that the building burned off and so on.
Okay.
So they did a big mistake with the lithium-ion batteries. They trickle charged them in order to get them back to a level battery. So they recovered a whole bunch of Roadsters which were bricked, right? Because if the Roadster comes over under a certain voltage, it just doesn't charge anymore. So now you have to trickle charge the Roadster all across, and you have to bypass the battery management system and very slowly charge them. And I think what happened with them was they did not watch that, and then some of the batteries popped. And then they said, oh, it's better to leave it in the building. But what they should have done, take the whole battery pack out, or there was on a pallet, had it in the middle of the yard, and then just let it pop.
Yeah.
Right, and that's it, because you couldn't extinguish that. Right?
I've seen a new technique they got in Europe where they will take the car and put it in a water,
Yes.
huge mobile
Water
container.
basin container, yes.
So
To
that
cool it?
if it's burning,
fire
that's the
prevention.
only way to
Yes.
really make sure that it won't reignite.
Yeah.
It's literally they put it in
And a water basin, right?
Yeah.
And water
it's like a pool, a mobile
Yeah.
pool, and they just put it in the pool. Yeah.
So, guys, I cannot come with you, but I told you that I have invested about maybe. By the way, for all of the watchers, do not invest. This is not an investment
That's right.
advice.
We are not financial
We are advisors. It's not investment advice.
But you should totally buy Tesla. Unofficially.
So I can. But it was a good time because it was on a slope down and now it's coming up again. And it just at the time when it just turned around,
Well, the leaked news about the 400-mile range that Kim from Like Tesla talked about, I think that's going to shift things.
Yeah.
It has the most exciting product launch, roadmap of any company.
And you know what I don't understand
It's gonna
is
be awesome.
the German car makers are really sleepy. So they're coming out with an e-tron. Le tron means the shit, the pile of shit.
Right.
So they're coming out with a car. The marketing department does not even check it. Usually a marketing department checks in all languages
Right.
what that brand name which should say.
Well, it's
But-
not like
That's a
Germany's
major
anywhere
snafu.
near France.
no, it's just the neighbor.
Yeah.
So that's on the other
Except-
side.
except for that
and a lot of
border, yeah.
Germans are speaking French as well, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You think one of those guys would be like, maybe that's.
Maybe I
yeah.
should check the dictionary in French.
Well, did you hear that the iPace was already recalled?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
the,
yeah?
the regen braking is not could potentially go out because it's not properly.
And
calibrated.
why
And
don't
over the air update would have fixed that, but they
Really?
can't do that yet. So they have to
Oh.
physically recall these cars to change the software.
so what I would and
another thing Tesla's
so
way
this
ahead.
car 2012 has not been beaten yet.
Right.
But
So Elon just
that
7 years
has not been beaten
7
yet.
years,
So
still the
what
best
are
car.
you guys doing? Sometimes I'm thinking is they don't want to do that. They have
No,
their
yeah, they don't
and-
have a financial.
And I was at at one of the events where in all the way in Chandler or in Mesa, the president of Audi US came out for the presentation of the Audi e-tron. I was
Oh,
at that
wow.
event. I got an invitation
Okay.
through a electric auto association club.
Yeah.
So and then I asked the guys, hey, give me a guy there who is knowledgeable about your car, and he unfortunately wasn't
Know much about it.
wasn't knowledgeable. And it was the event where the president was there of Audi America. And I said,
I know, they
oh,
just
why?
don't get
The only thing what I could get advice the guy who's supposed to sell Audi e-trons, right? The only thing what I could advise him said, hey, you know what? The competitor is in your own house.
Yeah.
Just right, is maybe just sitting next to you. Because you're supposed to sell electric, and the other dude supposed to sell combustion cars, and that will not work. And so you don't have to watch me or any other ones. Just watch the ones who are just sitting in your own house, because that's your only competitor, right?
It's just amazing because the EVs that are coming out, they're just sort of all like a joke. Because even the ones that seem okay, where's the infrastructure for what we're doing today?
Yes.
Like traveling. No, it's just an around town vehicle. Nobody wants it.
And for the iPace, for the iPace, I used their navigation system. Was also at the introduction event, and said, "Oh, how can I get to Los Angeles now?" And said, "Yeah, I used my navigation system." It used the navigation system, and then it used this location as a charger location.
It said the
It said, "You have to go here to this charger and charge here."
but you can't use this.
Yeah, but you cannot use the supercharger, and here is supposed to be built another charger setup.
Okay.
It's supposed to be built there, but it's not even.
They're using
Min-
infrastructure
min-
that's not here yet.
It's not here yet, and they're showing on their navigation device.
Yeah,
and
that
then
could be a
before I arrived
Wow.
before I arrived in Los Angeles, their car runs to zero. So it let me run out of electricity.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
So what are those guys
They got
thinking?
a long ways to go.
You know.
They got some serious
Yeah.
catching up to do.
There's got to be a third party that creates chargers that will adapt and work for a lot of different kinds of cars.
And what I'm looking for is when they're coming out with the adapter to that CCS, so that we can charge with the CCS adapter. I would like to try it from time to time at some locations.
Yeah. Do they have that in Europe yet?
In Europe, for the
Because superchargers use that CCS.
in Europe, for at least for the Model 3, they have the CCS in Europe.
Yeah.
So you plug in, and
they don't
the
have
lower
that,
pins
yeah.
are for DC, and the upper pins are for
They
AC.
don't have an adapter yet, though, huh?
No, for here they don't have an adapter, but they are working on an adapter for here that you can plug into your car, and then on top of that plug the CCS in.
Yeah.
So an CCS adapter like you have for
I
the
would put that as a
J7072.
really high priority for Tesla.
That would be
because,
nice, because
you know,
then you can use a bigger network and the
Yeah.
people have
'cause
more
this-
choices.
The charge point has their
Yeah.
DC one.
It was a good idea. So I tested the supercharger for my wife because she's on a road trip, and then next week some guy comes remotely and do the steering bolts. You know, the recoil from the steering bolts.
Oh, I got that
where
recall notice.
where they had that. He told me that he did it for another Model S from me, but he said the aluminium balls or aluminum, like you said, balls, he said they will last in Arizona for a long time because there's not much corrosion in Arizona. Even aluminum could corrode also, but there's not much corrosion. But they have to do because the recall more in the salty areas, more in the north, it would be more problematic. So, but that was a recall, and just let's call in. They have the material there. He comes as a ranger service. He replaces them, and at the same time, does a little bit review of the car.
Do you know that you can tap on any of these supercharger locations and see if they've updated the chargers? So if you tap on this one, you'll see it's still at 120 max.
Yes.
But if you go to the one at Deer Valley and the 101, that one in
Let's
North
go there.
Phoenix, if you go over there, you'll see that it's been updated to 150.
Oh,
So that's been raised, that one there.
that's nice. Yes, but that's 150.
They can't...
Oh, but you see that 12 of 16 stalls available. Oh, 12, four stalls
open,
used.
yeah.
That's okay, pretty open.
Unfortunately, I don't think they can raise the urban charger rate.
Yeah, they are by 72 kilowatts.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
know, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate because I use those more than
Then the
the
normal
regular
ones.
ones, you know. But we'll see. I think version 3 is open at Fremont. We'll see if we can try to charge on that one.
Oh, yes,
I
you
think
could.
that's the only one that's now open yet.
Yeah.
There might be another one in California.
Is your car capable of doing V3s?
I'm not clear on that.
Yeah?
It seems vague. It seems like I'm going to get something better, but not the maximum.
Because I don't know that this car is ready because that car was reduced
Is
to
it-
90 kilowatt
Let me
charge
ask you this.
rate.
Is this
Oh, okay.
a A battery? Is this the
There's the
battery?
very first A battery.
So what is the maximum you've ever gotten on this car?
The funny thing is, the maximum that I ever gotten on this car was one of the first days the supercharger opened, 115, 117 kilowatt. And,
wow.
and I still have a video of that.
Okay.
you
So,
got
but
117
later they reduced it to 90 kilowatt for this
Right.
battery pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I have a
but they-
2012 that has the same issue.
yeah,
You can't really go above 90.
you cannot
so-
go above 90, but it was possible originally.
Originally.
Because originally, when I picked up this car, I picked it up from the Fremont plant, right?
Okay.
Because I'm driving my cars home.
Yeah.
With the exception of one, they didn't drive them
There
home.
must have been almost no superchargers at that point.
Yes, there was no superchargers. You are right, but just at that time they
you get
opened.
home?
They opened the superchargers, but they couldn't tell me. And I said, "Hey guys, like in old times with the Roadster, I need that you confirm that in Santa Barbara I can charge there overnight while I'm staying in a hotel."
Okay.
We cannot confirm that. I said, "Guys, tell me, can you confirm it or not?" "No, we cannot confirm it." They couldn't say anything because you never talk over Elon, right? So,
Right.
and they couldn't say anything. So I picked up the car, and just days before, they opened the first 4 superchargers in California in 2012, right? And I said, "Oh yeah, there's one in Hawthorne Airport. I mean, let me be there and charge there, right?" And I charged there at the Hawthorne Airport. Then I went to Palm Springs, did a destination charger there. They have not been called destination charger at that time.
Yeah.
Did a destination charger there. Then at Blythe, we charged all the way full to 275 miles in Palm Springs. Then we drove all the way to Blythe to a RV park. I just plugged in at the RV park there for an extended brunch. Let me say it like that.
Okay.
We had some
5 or 6 hours
so,
of
yeah.
eating.
So no, extended brunch
Must have
for
been
an hour
quite
or
the
two,
adventure in
and then we
the
drove
early
all the way
days.
here from Blythe. Drove all the way here and worked fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
That's crazy.
Excellent. Well, we should be
Hey,
on
guys.
our way.
Yeah.
I gotta
Great-
go.
great
Great
to
to
meet
know
you.
you.
Yeah,
I think
we're
your car is full now.
I'll say hello to Elon for you.
Yeah.
Yes,
He probably
please.
knows you. Say, remember that guy? He's got
Yeah.
your signature. You must know him.
I was in the front row last year. It was amazing. So
Oh,
hopefully
good.
We can get back.
Hey,
Great to meet you.
great to meet you. Good luck. Where's your next charger? Oh, you're staying overnight now?
We were going to go to Quartzsite.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Indio and on
Oh,
there.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
Bye bye. Yeah, that was all. And that happened to me from time to time. I meet people and said, "Oh, I know you from the channel." And if you want to see more, stay with us the next time and thumbs up and talk to you next time. Bye bye.
I press to say